So England have a fairly strong squad when you're looking at them defending the T20 World. Hold on, Ben Duckett? Ben Duckett.
Don't worry. I know it's not a test squad we are analysing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Ben Duckett, look at it up. T20 World Cup 2024. No confusion. Yes, there is a Ben Duckett. You say now that we Indians mix up formats.
Huh.
England just did the same thing.
Funny.
Ben Duckett on test form can transform into a T20I player.
Funny.
That is the way how this squad has been announced. Because if you look at this squad of England, the defending champions heading into it, it's powerful. But as Shane's reaction just stated, a Ben Duckett?
There's a few surprises there as well. In fact, I think if you're looking at the team, it's very much the same, let's say, core that won the T20 World Cup 2 years back. Chris Woakes.
Benjamin Andrew Stokes.
And a Chris Woakes.
Benjamin Andrew Stokes said, okay, I want to focus on my career a bit longer. I'll take a break. Don't consider me for the T20 World Cup.
Fair.
It can only happen in England. That the greatest match winner says, please don't consider.
I've already won a T20 World Cup. Who needs a second?
I know. So they are coming back into the country where they first won it. 2010, England finally broke the white ball jinx. Having invented the game, they finally broke a jinx and won a title.
Exactly, that's big thing.
But okay, let's look at it in a very serious way now.
Let's quickly go over what the squad looks like, because as I said, it's a lot of core from that same line, and it makes sense because again, T20 World Cups, there's like a 2-year gap, so you're not going to have churns.
Exactly.
So, Josh Butler leading the side.
If the World T20 was held the next day of the IPL, they would have been the winners. Because look at it. Josh Butler, he is a white ball great.
Certified.
At it. Yep.
So,
and for you, KKR, Phil Salt,
who by the way has been phenomenal as the opening partner of one Josh Butler, got back-to-back hundreds in the West Indies series. But let's quickly go over the squad.
Johnny Bairstow.
Yeah, there's a lot of power. As I said, if you're looking at the batting, and we'll quickly run over the squad, then discuss. You've got Josh Butler. There's a Will Jacks who gets parrot route, but I can understand why.
40 ball 100.
Yeah, Moeen Ali, Chris Jordan, Jofra Archer, Liam Livingston, Johnny Bairstow, Adil Rashid, Harry Brook, Phil Salt, Sam Curran, Reece Topley, Ben Duckett, the big surprise, Mark Wood, and a Tom Hartley again. Is this the test squad that was playing India?
It is only two names in that really invoke a lot of interest. Ben Duckett and Tom Hartley. Ben Duckett, a century maker. Hartley, who won them the Hyderabad game.
Exactly.
But maybe this is an indication that the West Indies pitches are so slow that they want a Tom Hartley in.
Yeah, I mean, there's clearly an indication that is going to be a little bit on the slow side because a lot of teams have gone for spin options, not least including India.
1, 2, 3.
That's 3 spin options. And don't forget there's a Liam Livingston.
And a Will Jacks.
Exactly, that's 5 proper spinning options that England have. But that is also, if you ask me, a bit of a highlight of their team. Much like the West Indies, it's very power-packed with all-rounders. But the actual bowlers, they're few and far between.
Yeah.
You've got a Topley, who's a proper bowler. You've got a Mark Wood. You've got an Adil Rashid. And that's about it. Yeah. Chris Jordan in recent times has transformed into a finisher par excellence. In the last 1 year in T20s, his strike rate has been 160 with the bat.
160.
I mean, we always knew he could bat, but now he's just upped his level a bit.
But for me, what I look at it is the main strength, England's batting. Man, oh man. Butler, Bairstow, Brook, who's anyway resting and scoring.
By the way, Bairstow may not even start because your opening combination may very well be Butler and Phil Salt. Phil Salt was part of the squad for the last T20 World Cup but didn't get a game.
Yep.
But now he's suddenly leapfrogged Johnny B. So it won't be a combination, the opening pair of JB and JB. It will be JB and PS. aka Phil Salt.
aka Phil Salt. And Will Jacks for power in the middle order.
Moeen Ali. Then you've got, Harry Brook. You've got a Sam Curran. You may very well see a Liam Livingston come in lower down the order. There's a lot of power.
But the main weakness and the threat is, unfortunately, England's bowling.
Yeah, because you're very reliant on, let's say, Jofra Archer coming good.
Oh.
But that is
After a year out because of multiple, countless elbow fractures, the same Jofra Archer, that is a big issue. Reece Topley, been a big miss in IPL.
Yeah.
Chris Jordan, Air Jordan.
But Air Jordan, funnily enough, is Air Jordan in the IPL. Everywhere else he seems to perform fine, including for England.
Wow, that
I have no idea how that works, but it's true.
Mark Wood, well, he may have the wood over a lot of opponents, but man, oh man, I don't think on those slow decks in the West Indies, will he have that effect?
I mean, you saw in India at times when the pitches were slowing down, having Mark Wood bowl was almost like a liability because you could just touch the ball and it would end up flying. So I'm not so sure. But again, he's a match winner in that regard, so they'd want him there. But yeah, you're right. The bowling. See, spinners, you've got plenty of options. You've got an Adil Rashid, severely underrated T20 bowler. You've got, as far as spinners go, maybe a Hartley, Livingston, Will Jacks, Moeen Ali. There's good spin options there. But yeah, I think for me, if you're looking at the major weakness, it's the pace.
It's the pace bowling lineup. And remember, England in the 2010 T20 World Cup, their pacers thrived. But yes, they had the brilliance of a Swan.
Exactly.
And a Michael Yardy at that point in time. So here, spin to do the trick for England. Batting, man oh man, as intimidating as any other team can be. But pace bowling is a severe weakness. But on the favourites factor, I would put them right up there.
Yeah, 100%. If nothing else, I'm calling it that they make it to another final because they do have a very strong squad. And I know a lot of people will say, I was similarly bullish for England in the ODI World Cup. Look how that turned out. But I do think that they do have the know-all, and this one squad, a lot of the core of which who will be moving on, would be desperate for one more title.
One more title indeed. So yes, England right up there when it comes to the favourites in the T20 World Cup, but they do have weaknesses, but their strengths are way, way obvious. And this IPL is only proving that England are one of the contenders. So, this was our SWOT analysis for the England team. We'll be doing this on a consistent basis now. More teams heading your way. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis. Bye-bye.